Hello, this is Deborah Matthews with my thought for this morning. This Sunday, we're remembering St. James. St. James with his brother John were the sons of Zebedee, the Galilean fisherman. They were among the first disciples who Jesus called to follow him. To be alongside Jesus in his ministry would have been a great privilege, and James and his brother John were very zealous in their faith. Jesus referred to them as Boanerges, the sons of thunder. They were fiercely loyal, and along with Peter, they were the disciples who were closest to Jesus and witnessed the significant moments in Jesus' ministry. As a close follower of Jesus, James became a church leader, and this led to his own martyrdom. On the order of Herod Agrippa, around AD 44, James was beheaded, and he is believed to be the first of the 12 disciples to be martyred for his faith, and the only apostle whose martyrdom is recorded in the New Testament. According to legend, the bones of St. James were discovered in the region of Galicia in northwest Spain, around about 800 AD. Together, many pilgrims walk the Camino, the way to the great cathedral of St. James, called Santiago de Compostela. And this was built over the place where the relics, said to be those of St. James, were discovered. And so St. James has become the patron saint of Spain and of all pilgrims. Pilgrims travel the way of St. James for various reasons. Many are seeking healing or self-discovery. The cathedral at Santiago de Compostela is certainly great. It is the place that brings the pilgrims to the end of their arduous journey and sets them off on a new one. This splendid building is a fitting memorial to James, the apostle who wanted to be great. But the greatness that the brothers sought did not bring the glory they had in mind at the time. They were close to Jesus and they shared his life and his ministry, so they wanted to be remembered for their places of honour. At one point in their travels, according to Matthew's Gospel, it was their mother who asked Jesus to grant them to sit on his right hand and his left hand in his kingdom. But in Mark's Gospel, it is the brothers themselves that ask for this favour. Regardless of who made the request, Jesus said that they didn't know what they were asking and that only God could grant that. And he also told them that in time they would share in his baptism and drink the cup that he would drink. And James would remember that and fully understand what it meant when he went to his own death in Jesus' name. Sometimes it's a good thing that we do not know what the future holds for us until we are able to bear it. And that means we must begin our journey in trust. We can never be in control of or prepared for all circumstances in our lives. When people go on pilgrimage, they have to be prepared with the right shoes and socks and plasters and a warm jumper and wet weather gear and water bottles and glucose tablets, or perhaps that's just a diabetic talking. But there are some essentials that have to be taken with you and needed for our physical welfare. And then there will be all the little luxuries and the just-in-case things that we want to take with us. However, we have to keep in mind that whatever is packed has to be carried, so the load can't be too heavy. Often things have to be left behind along the way. And that doesn't just apply to the physical things, but also to the things going on inside of us, to our attitudes, our regrets, and our fears. We need to be prepared for change. It's not until we start out that we discover how much we need to let go of and where our strength and resilience comes from. For the Christian, knowing that we are not travelling alone can give us the courage and sustenance that we need to keep going. Having ditched all the things we don't need, the things that bind us, we can experience a great freedom and the life in all of its fullness that Jesus spoke about. So today we can give thanks for James the Apostle, who learnt through following Jesus to the end what being great really means. God bless you all on your journeys of life.